Hello Roman, welcome to my channel. I'm with you again for a review, for this time for a free pistol from the company Morini, and the model is CM84E. This is a free pistol which is used for ISSF 50-meter free pistol competitions. This discipline is known as the king of the pistol target shooting disciplines. Unfortunately, this discipline has not been in the Olympics since I think 2016 or 2018. I'm not 100% sure about the date, but it's not in the Olympics, unfortunately, anymore. This actually reduced the popularity of the sport a bit, but still it's quite popular, and it still takes place in European championships and the world championships. And probably this been practiced around the world still quite oftenly. Morini CM84 is probably the most popular free pistol at the moment among the people who are shooting this discipline. Apart of this, there are quite some older models are being used. Mainly, I can name the Russian TOS 835 or the Hammerly models like Hammerly 150, 152, 162. Also, Walter used to had some free pistol models existing. Pardini has a model. Still, they are manufacturing that model. There are still other models from other manufacturers are in the market, but probably I can confidently say that Morini CM84 is the most popular one at the moment in a global scale. The discipline is 50 meters for the US guys. It's very close to 50 yards, a bit longer than 50 yards. And the target that is being used has a bullseye of 5 centimeters, which is 2 inches for the US guys again. That means the bullseye is very small and the distance is very long. You shoot with one hand. That's why it's called the free pistol, meaning that there is almost no regulations about these pistols, the length, the weight, and so on. The trigger weight, there's no limits. So limit is the sky. Probably the only limitation that I can think of is that the grip should not be touching your wrist to this bone. Apart of that, you can have 1 gram trigger on it. So the model that I have here, mine has a 20 gram mesh trigger on it, and this is This is a gun with an electronic trigger. Of course, the electronic trigger brings the advantage of a shorter reaction time. Reaction time is the time between you pull the trigger and the gun fires. If you take like an old matchlock pistol, for example, when you pull the trigger, the matchlock hits the mirror, makes a spark. Spark ignites the powder on the tray, and then the spark, this ignition, also ignites the charge that you have in the barrel, and then it fires. So like for a matchlock pistol, this reaction time is really long, but of course for the modern pistols, this reaction time is very short. But still, if it's a hammer gun, you need to wait until the hammer hits the capsule, and the capsule ignites and fires the round. With this pistol, because it has an electronic mechanism in it, this reaction time is really short. So the time between you pull the trigger and the gun fires is very short. Also, this is a big advantage, of course, as you are holding this pistol with your one hand, and you try to hold it still for a long distance. The shorter reaction time is better. So that's why probably people around the world prefers this model over the other competition. So I said that this has an electronic trigger. To turn it on, there's a switch here. So this is off, this is on. you to load the gun, this has a Martini system. You open the chamber, put a 22 long rifle, close the chamber. Now it's ready to fire. The Morini CM84 has two types of triggers. One type has this travel till the first stage. This trigger has a first stage travel, and the other type of trigger doesn't have this first stage travel. So without having a travel, you can also immediately meet the second stage and then fire. But with my pistol, I prefer to have a first stage. That's why this has a first stage trigger on it, because it's similar to an air pistol, which I used to shoot more. And that's why I prefer to have a trigger with a first stage travel. But this is a private preference. You can have either one as you wish. So the trigger is adjustable. The blade can be adjusted to front and back. The trigger weight, first stage weight and second stage weight, can be adjusted also. Plus you can adjust the trigger stop, as if you don't want the travel to travel further after you take the shot, you can make it shorter, and then there would be no travel after the trigger is shot. The rear sight also is adjustable, of course. You can adjust the elevation, you can adjust the sight, left and right, plus you can adjust the width of the gap on your rear sight to align with your front sight. Then you can adjust this distance also, this gap also, to meet your eye better. The original front sight is 5mm thick. I have a 4mm front sight, which I prefer it better. This is an older generation one. The newest generation has a carbon sleeve on the barrel plus a carbon compensator. This is only a front sight carrier thing. This is not a compensator. Of course, if you have a compensator, this reduces the size of your group, plus reduces the recoil. Although this brings an advantage, unless you keep your compensator clean, after around 500 shots, your group will be spreading unevenly, and this can also cause some problems. So if you prefer to use a compensator, make sure that you keep it clean. As far as I know, there's no tool existed to clean the compensators, so you need to find your way and a routine to keep your compensator clean. But this is not a compensator. This is only to carry the front sight. Also, you can put some weight underneath, which I did, to reduce the muzzle rise a bit and to make your shot more comfortable. Yes, so as I said, this discipline is the king of the pistol target shooting disciplines. Unfortunately, it's reducing the popularity, but still, one thing that you need to consider for free pistol shooting is the grip adjustment to your hand. This is very, very important. The gun fires, but the grip hits. So if your grip doesn't fit your hand perfectly, then you will have precision problems at the end. So you will not be shooting with your highest potential. So take your time to adjust the grip. If you don't know how to do it, ask for help from a professional and make your grip fit your hand perfectly. Means there should be no points between your hand and your grip, that they do not touch each other. Plus, there should be no point that the grip makes pressure to your hand. So there should be, the grip and your hand should fit each other like a glove. So this is one thing that you need to take in consideration. So the gun has a safety, so it has a laser that the laser travels from beam from the trigger shoe to the sensor. If you do not cut this beam with your finger, so it would not shoot the gun. So that's why you need to place your finger on the trigger shoe to activate or to cut the laser beam. It activates the safety off, then you can make the shot. So this gun has then a kind of safety mechanism in it. So I think that's it, what I want to say about this pistol. If you have questions, you can ask in the comments. I will try to answer. Let me make you see the full pistol a bit better. Thank you for watching me, and see you on the next one.